Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope everything is good. Please let me know in the comments down below how your day's gone. Sometimes living through you vicariously is the best part of my day, reading your comments. So today I want to tell you a story of serendipity. But before I tell you the story, I want to leave a disclaimer. The story is completely true. What's happening in my life right now that I'm about to tell you is completely true, but I want you to know that I'm telling you this story. I'm not asking for your pity. I'm not asking for your help. I'm not asking for anything. Just know that. The only things I've really ever asked you for is to send me a postcard and to leave comments. All right? That's it. So please don't, I hope this story doesn't come across like me begging for help, because that's not at all the intention of this. All right, so let's get some music going. I haven't used this button enough. So financially, my life has been really tough recently. 3 years ago, well, first of all, Jamie's a social worker. 3 years ago, she decided to strike out on her own and create a social services agency. And for the last 3 years, she has struggle after struggle to try to make this agency profitable. And so far, it hasn't happened. On taxes last year, we reported that she brought in like $18,000 in income, but in reality, all of that went right back into the business and more. So we had to pay taxes for income that we didn't actually have, which sucks. And so this year particularly has been very rough. Well, the past 6 months have been super rough. Like, I'm talking days utilities are shut off because we didn't have the money, and it's been really tough. And I keep that off of here because I'm not begging. I don't want your money. I'm weird like that, right? So, in addition to all of that, this month is the first month since I've started this show that I have not made any income from AdSense from YouTube. The adpocalypse that happened 2 months ago has hit. This is the pay cycle for that, and I didn't make enough. I made like $12 last month, and AdSense only pays out if you make $100 or more. So okay, that's enough of this. So I didn't make enough. I made $12, so I didn't have any income coming in for the show, and the show has expenses. It really does, monthly expenses. And, well, the business account was empty. It's completely empty. And my biggest expense, the expense that I consider to be essential, is my editing software. Now, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I have an educator's discount, so it costs me like $23 a month or something like that for my Adobe thing that allows me to use Adobe Premiere. So I knew at the beginning of this month that I wasn't going to be able to make the payment this month. I knew I wasn't going to get paid from AdSense unless some miracle happened. So I started planning weeks ago for what happens when my account gets shut off because I can't afford it. And I found some free software that is the best of the free software that I've tried. I've tried a whole lot of editors. And so I started tinkering with it last week. I think I did this weekend's project video in that editing software, maybe. I don't remember. But I've been messing with it, and it lacks a significant functionality that the Adobe suite brings me. Mostly audio, like this audio that you're hearing isn't clean right out of this microphone. I have to clean it up a little bit and do a little tweaking, stuff like that this software doesn't do as well. So then I would have to run the audio through something like Audacity first to process the sound and then bring it back in. So it's a lot more complex, which makes the whole editing process unbearable for me because it is a daily show. So I was really, the last week, it's been on my head a lot. And this is the silly part, it's $20, right? Like it's $20, and a normal week, that's like, okay, it's $20, no big deal, right? But this particular month, everything that's happened in our lives, it's just not there. And $20 is monumental to me right now, right? Like just unbelievably, I just can't do it. So I really started thinking, like, could I sell this on eBay? What if I sold this? You know, what do I have that I could quickly turn into $20, $40, $50, enough to carry me over for the next few months that I can leave in the business account? You know, it takes it out of my PayPal, so if it was in there, it'd be fine. And it just, I couldn't come up with anything. So yesterday, just whatever the discussion we were talking about, I asked you guys if you wanted me to put my games on the web store, if you were interested in anything like that. I talked about the t-shirts and just kind of left it at that, left a link, you know, no more than I've ever done. Like just reminding people, hey, if you're interested in one of these shirts, whatever. Not this one. I can't sell you this one. Well, I would sell you this one, this particular one. It's the only one I have. So last night I got email. Email's going on. What's going on? Open a phone. I sold 3 shirts last night. Just 3 shirts. The last shirt I sold was a couple weeks ago. So just out of the blue, 3 people yesterday, off of yesterday's video, decided to watch and decided to buy 3 shirts. Now, granted, yesterday's video was about board games, and I have a pretty big board game following on YouTube. So people came over and saw that I had shirts and said, cool, I'll give you $15. And I almost cried. Like, I don't even... Like, 3 t-shirts is way more than enough to cover 1 month of my editing software. For instance, I probably make about $8 off of a shirt. So that covers the cost of my software and then some, like a couple dollars left over. So I was like, immediately weight lifted. Like, okay, I can do this, you know? And it seems life is serendipitous like that for so many people. We always say that it'll always work out in the end. And then we forget to put faith in that. We forget to remember that it'll always work out in the end. And then we end up in this spiraling tunnel of just shit's falling apart and I don't know what to do. And I live with 3 girls who are all anxiety ridden. They just worry about every little thing. And so for them, it's even worse. And I get it. I get it. You know, this medication helps me, but I get it. So I was worried about that. So editing software is handled. Now I have to make 3 shirts, which I have to worry about. I have to go get the shirts and make them, but that's cool. I like doing that. So then the other thing was I found this game, and it's an Android game, and it's free. And I'm not going to talk about it here. I'll do a video on it soon. But I'll put a link in the description if you just really want to go pick it up. It's free. It's a little simple, turn-based... I don't really want to call it a strategy game, but it is kind of a strategy game. It's very light, simple little game with a really cute theme. And I started playing it. It was recommended to me, and I saw that it only had like a couple hundred downloads, so I tried it. I always like to try those things. And immediately noticed that the English was very not English. Mostly Slavic, it seemed like. Slavic English to me. I'm very familiar with it. I work for a Polish game company, right? So I was tooling around on the internet looking for info about this game, and I found a post from the developer who's like a guy, that, you know, 1 or 2 people, and he's like, if anybody can help with translations, let me know. So I just left him a message, like, email me, I'll help you. So he emailed me last night. It was like, you know, what can you do for us? And I was like, I'm very familiar with Slavic English. I can fix all your English. Just put everything in a text file, put it on Google Docs, and I'll fix it for you. And he's like, well, what's this going to cost? And it's not going to cost anything. Just put it on Google Docs and I'll fix it. And if you really want to pay me, send me a postcard, because I'm collecting postcards now. I thought that'd be cool to have a Russian postcard. How cool would that be? And he's like, surely you want something more than a postcard. I'm like, nope, just put it up and I'll fix it. So he put it up and I fixed it. It didn't take very long. You know, it's a very short game with a very light on story. There's not a lot of text anyway. So I just, you know, helped him fix all the text. And so at the end of it, he's like, surely I can give you something other than a postcard. I'm like, dude, that's all I want is a postcard. But if you want to send me money, the email address I gave you is my PayPal address. Just send money. You know, whatever no pressure. Just, you know, wait until the game has made some money and then pay me. And he's like, okay. And then today I get this PayPal notification and I see it was like $5. And I was like, that's cool. Somebody sent me $5. And then I open it and it wasn't $5. It was $50 from the guy in Russia paying me for my help. $50 freaking dollars. That's unbelievable to me. Like, I want to send it back. Like, dude, no. Like, give me $5. You know, buy me a beer, and I'm, you know, $50. You know what? Serendipity is weird, and I feel like we forget to latch on to those moments, right? Like that moment immediately gets washed over by the next cloud, the next storm that rolls in that you have to start worrying about. And you forget to remember that life can be very serendipitous at times, and those moments make you feel amazing. And I literally did cry today when I opened that email because that was huge. So again, if you want to see the game now, the link is in the description. But as soon as he gets everything updated, and I've also given him some gameplay suggestions, he's going to put out a patch, and then I'll do a proper video on it because I've played it quite a bit, even though it's a very short, simple game. Just something that grabbed me about it. So that's the story. Again, I just want to reiterate, I'm not asking for help. I'll figure it out. It'll happen. I'm good. Also, to answer somebody's question yesterday asking if I was going to Origins this year, yes, I will be at Origins. Yes, Portal Games has a booth. I will be at the booth the entire time. I'm the only Portal team member that'll be there, so the rest will be volunteers, so I'll have to be there the whole time. I am curious to know whether you guys want to see me vlog during those days or do the hotel room videos like I did last year. If you haven't seen any of the Origin stuff I did last year, I'll put a few links in the description. Go watch those. See if you like that or if you would rather me do like a more vloggy style show for those days. Or I can pre-record stuff like I did for Gen Con last year. So let me know how you want me to handle it while I'm gone for that week. And we'll sort it out. So thank you guys for watching, as always. I really do appreciate you. Let me know some of the good serendipity that's happened in your life. Let's latch on to those memories because they really do make you feel better about living, about everything. So put those in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Wikipedia. Are the fiddle and the violin the same? I've kind of always wanted to know this. A fiddle is any bowed string musical instrument, most often the violin. Okay. It's also a colloquial term for the instrument used by players in all genres, including classical music. Fiddle playing or fiddling refers to various styles of music. Interesting. I always wondered if there was a difference. And I've always wanted to learn how to play it.